Who wants to get us going? Paddy? Yeah.
Clearly a bitterly disappointing night for you players. Can you just give us your short?
Yeah, yes, it is. Obviously, it was a poor performance from us. Leeds were very good. I think tonight, more or less, everything what you should not do, we have done. We conceded a very easy, avoidable goal very early in the game. The second one as well was an absolutely predictable situation where the players defended very well. In the first leg, exactly the situation with channels in terms of shuffling over and to defend the channel. Now we switched off for a second and got punished. Then we had the situation with Josh where we maybe can get some positive energy back, come back into the game, haven't used, and obviously then we concede the third one. As I said, more or less everything what we should not have done, we did today. In the duels, we were second best as well. And at the end of the day, it's a very disappointing evening, a very disappointing end of the season, obviously, as well. But against Leeds away, we have known you have to stay in the game as long as you can, and then you can get something out of the game. But we have done more or less exactly the opposite with conceding early and conceding 3 in one half. This is then more or less impossible to turn it.
As you say, particularly the first 2 goals, we were in the first 20 minutes. I'm sure, the game plan here is to try and, as you said on Sunday, every second you would stay in the game is a minute in your favour. The complete opposite from experienced players as well as a head coach. What legislate that?
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, you never know what occasions like this, situations like this make with individuals. What I can say, even if tonight it doesn't count, I like to thank every player, every staff member for the last 10 months for the effort which they brought on the pitch. But tonight we were poor. This is the truth in a game, which was, a big one, another big one, a huge one, great occasion, where we were not able to come to our level, unfortunately. And this is one of the reasons. But the other reason is we have to be say the truth as well. Leeds were very good.
Obviously, you had to make some big calls. Was Barnes, Sargent, Rowe, was that the magnitude of the game? It really was the last chance. There is no, tomorrow if you don't get it right. Is that why you went with us?
Yeah, exactly. So big credit to all of them that they really wanted to help, wanted to wear the yellow shirt and try to do everything to push us into Wembley. Barnes, I think, if you consider what he has done in the last 2.5, 3 weeks, what was more or less nothing that he worked his socks off today was top class. Obviously, Josh was not able to continue in half time with his foot, and Johnny Rowe obviously made his second start after January. So we have and we had our problems the whole season. Everybody knows it, but the character of the players before this game was clear. They wanted to try everything to support, to help, but unfortunately we were not good enough tonight.
As I said, we can imagine what the mood is in the dressing room. Can you give us any sense? Have you said anything to the players since full time? Yeah,
obviously it's very quiet at the moment. I haven't really spoken about the game because I think this at this moment makes no sense. The disappointment is too big. We will see us tomorrow morning again before we go into the off season, and then I will say some words to them.
For you as well, I mean, this will take quite a period maybe to process. I mean, will you just need to get away and get your head straight, and then how will it play out from here? Will you have to sit down with your coaches, with Ben, do a full audit?
Yeah, for sure. We will have some conversations and some meetings as well, like always after every season. But it was a very exhausting season. This is the truth. A very strange season, a season where so many things were on it. Even for me as an experienced manager, it was not a a normal season, let's say. At the end of the day, now it's over quite quick. Then it was always the possibility that it continues or not. Unfortunately, it does not continue now. And for myself as well, it's very disappointing.
And you said there, I mean, it has been an exhausting season. And on a personal level, you have had periods of this really, I mean, I think you came up with the phrase, your back was against the wall in time terms, periods of this season. Will you need to go away and have a think and reflect? I mean, whether you have the energy and the desire to have another crack at this here.
You are, at the end of the day, to be fair, for me, I said this quite often, everything what happened was more or less for me clear to see there were reasons for it, and I always told the truth, and this is obviously something which is quite important to always reflect. So it's not that you reflect never over a season, you always reflect every week, every day. And I think this is one of the reasons why we recovered in the way how we recovered. So I said this more often, big credit to the players and to the staff and everyone that they really fought and stuck together and pushed to recover. Unfortunately, this fairy tale does not have a happy end. Even if I have to say, and I like to say, and I said this before, the effort and the attitude which everybody has shown in the last 10 months was very good.
As experienced the head coach as you are, I mean, where would you place this type of disappointment? Is it right down there in terms of your career and how you feel at the moment?
Yeah, it's a low, absolutely is. But yeah, it's life and it's football. You have some downs and you have some ups as well. Not only in a game, not only in a season, over a longer period as well. But I think if you consider where we come from, last season finished 13th. Now made a step, finishing the playoffs, competitive in the first leg, absolutely not competitive in the second leg, against a very good Leeds side. Everybody has seen what they are capable of doing, with a lot of problems which we had in this season. Listen, at the end of the day, I got told in the winter transfer window we have 11% chance finishing in the playoffs. The group of players have done it. This was good, and unfortunately, the next step, the final step, we haven't done. And I think there is a reason for this as well. And everyone has seen tonight the difference between Leeds United and us.
Yeah, it's final one for me. And on that point, it's obviously will play out now over the weeks ahead, but does it feel like there needs to be a refresh with the squad? I know there will be one anyway. You have players out of contract, but as you say, take that next step now, build on what you've done this season. Does it need a refresh?
Yeah, of course, but this is obviously more or less after every season that it makes sense to refresh your team, get fresh blood, fresh energy into a team. And this naturally will happen. And this will happen in this summer for sure as well.
Michael?
David, is it fair to say you and the club had a plan of what would happen if you didn't go up, already discussed? Or is it something that wasn't really... It actually happened?
No, we not really had conversations about both scenarios so far.
And just finally, on Josh Sargent, came off at full time. How fit was he? And also, how does it look for the summer? Because I'm sure he'll get away with it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that we managed him more or less the whole time since he is back from his injury. I think everybody knows this. Big credit to Josh, what he has done, how hard he worked. What does it mean now for the summer? To be fair, at the minute I have no idea. There will be for sure some further investigations and assessment on him, and then we have to see how serious and what he has to do to come back to his best in pre-season.
Okay. Anybody else? Justin?
Can I just ask you how much longer you have personally to lead this team next season?
Yeah, obviously, this is, I think, a first step which we have done. As I said, from last season to this season, I think everybody knows you will not switch everything in one window or 2 windows. I think a first step, a good step, is done, but there's a lot of work to do. This is the truth as well. I think you see how competitive this league is. I know expectations are always super high, but I think it makes sense to be realistic as well. Look on other big clubs in this division, how they finished this season. Look on all the clubs who were in the playoffs last season. No one of them is in the playoffs this season or was in the playoffs this season. Nothing is for granted. You have to work very, very hard to make them further steps. And obviously, this is the same.
And just last one down the front, please.
Did you discuss what role the crowd might play in tonight's game, and do you feel they did play a role in the way things went?
Who?
The crowd, the stadium.
Yeah, obviously we have known how it will be. This was now not a surprise. Unfortunately, we extend their energy with the mistakes which we've done and with the goals which Leeds United scored.
Okay, thanks everybody. Thank you.
See you, bye.
Okay, bye.